Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you today about fears. Okay? It's not what you think. What I'm trying to tell you here, have no fear. Do not feel like all this we're outnumbered and all these people have weapons, technologies to oppress us, to get us in line. Do not worry about all of that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you, why do you think these people fear us? They do fear us. You understand? It's not the other way around. So you should not fear them because they fear you. But you don't know that. Because when they're attacking you, they're trying to implant fear in you. You understand? Because, okay, I had fears when the program started. Then when I started to realize what I was dealing with, the fears started to go away, you know? Now I feel I'm in a position, fears does not affect me the way it used to. It doesn't affect me anymore. I know fear is not real. Fear is not real, you know? It's just a conditioning. It's a condition they're trying to condition you to get you to believe things are not really true. And they tap into your fears because they know. They use demonic entities to to find out your fears, and they tap into these fears. Very tactical. You know, I admire a good tactics, but it's a little bit played out. It's a little bit kind of watered down. It doesn't really it doesn't have that effect anymore. I just want you guys to understand what I'm telling you is not real. Have no fear. And when you have no fear, your divinity, your spark of the Creator embedded within you, within your divinity, your blood of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Muhammad, all is going to activate. The intention is just to put you in a fear state, not because they just enjoy putting you in a fear state. They're doing it because they don't want your divinity to activate. You understand? Because when you're like not in a chaotic state, your divinity will activate automatically. But when you install fear, torment, trauma, grief, and all those things that they've done to us, is very tactical. They're doing it for a reason. Because they know what you are. They know what's your power. You have a lot of power. Honestly, you could decimate the earth. You can flatten the earth completely. One of the 144,000, you could flatten the earth. Mountains, everything. Buildings. You understand? So, if you're capable of doing that, why would you be afraid of anyone? Just think about that. Okay? Do not have fears, man. Do not be afraid of your enemy. I do now. I was like partying a couple of days ago. And I know I'm going to be attacked. But I just said, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. These people gonna install fear in me. I'm just going to go do whatever I want. I'll deal with it later. That's exactly what I do. And this is how I am from day one. Since inception. You know? My family tried to beat me out of the stubbornness. Rebellious. They tried. My mom and dad. It didn't work. It doesn't work on me. You know? But it's the way God created me. So why would I deny myself who I am in order to reform, to be part of this establishment, the matrix, whatever it is, to be part of this you know, it's not really, it's glass. It's not, it's all sparkle and glass. It's not really anything to be glorified. You understand? When you understand your willpower, your divinity, you begin to kind of come into who you really are. They work around the clock. They make sure to put you in this, attacking you when you sleep, attacking you when you go out, and poisoning you through food, water, whatever they do, and witchcraft, magic, technologies, radiation weapons, microwave weapons. They do all of that because all of that actually install fear in you. Because I'm not going to mention who, but anyhow, I spoke to a few target individuals who would say, "Well, man, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to get attacked, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut." Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. It's going to make you rethink. What you're doing is wrong. What you're thinking is wrong. Did you know out of the 144,000, there is one is going to be elected as a leader of the 144,000. You understand? The strongest, the most powerful, the one who command order, respect, the one who knows what's going on. Okay? God, this is how God is going to elect that person. You do nothing, you're not going to get elected. Okay? So I'm just telling you. Many are called, only a few are chosen. What do you think that meant? All of us are called. But the chosen ones, a few. Not everybody. You understand? You need to take control over your fear. It's not real. It's not really, you understand what's going on. I know what's everything happening to me is done by people, done by someone who invoked ritual to attack me, somebody who listening to my conversation. This conversation now I'm recording to you is being, someone is tapping into this conversation. I want them to hear what I have to say. That part of have no fear plays out in here. Because I have no fear. Who listens to me talking? Do you understand? So, why would I care? You're not going to stop me from saying how I feel, what I think. Tapping into my conversation is not going to change me. I'm going to be who I am, how God created me, how God perfected me. Thank you, God. But anyhow, do not worry. All the neighbors, witches, wizards, or warlocks, secret services, whatever, they're all working together to stop you from achieving your divinity. And what I'm trying to tell you here, take control over your fear. When you begin to understand it's not real, you begin to understand there's nothing to be feared. Okay? I have no fear, When I was in Calgary, first time got attacked through witchcraft and stuff, energy weapon and stuff, in my house. And I was trying to begin what's going on, what's just happening. I didn't understand. But this game of target individual program has been going for so long. I've never encountered it until like 9 years ago. Okay? Then they were doing witchcraft on me, doing stuff. I'm going to share with you why they do witchcraft as well. So when it was happening to me in Calgary, I was trying to figure out what's going on because I never experienced something like this before. But I've never been someone who has fears from demons, jinn, whatever you call it, the unknown. Because I always was able to see the like, okay, for example, I used to see people when I was like 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, I used to see, like, pretty much demons, entities hovering around the house. My mother told me, oh, they can't harm you. There is a protective field around you that God has put in there to protect you against them. So what you see, do just ignore them. That's what my mom told me. So I could see that since I was like 5 or 6 years old. I could see things. I still see in this house. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. I ignore, because I understand these, whatever is happening here is to bestow fear. And it's all game. When you wrap your head around what's going on, you begin to understand why it's intentional. So I already told you why it's done. So they've done this for the longest time, and then when you begin to have, you know what? I know tactical of war. I don't know how I've been taught. Nobody taught me a tactical of war ever, but I just know. I know what's happening, why it's happening. So I have understanding. You have an understanding. These people are waging a war on God and waging a war on anyone who supports the Creator. Okay? So we are the Virgo constellation that God honors. God honors us, honestly, true. Because we're created to do a specific job. We have power over the universe. We have power over creation. We have power over a lot of things. You just don't know that yet. And the Bible said a few things, but these people always took things out pertaining to us, trying to erase us from the holy books. The Bible is about the powerful ones. What do you think the powerful ones are? We are the powerful ones, not humanity. We govern over humanity. We are the protective creation. We're not here to hurt humanity. We're here to protect them. You understand? So this war has been going for so long. These people are being devious how they spin the truth and feed it to humanity, because these humanities are really easy to control because they've been programmed. Like now everybody in their phone, very selfless, kind of like, I don't care about anything, I care about myself, whatever. They became that person. And now they're like trying to to erase God. They're saying God is dead. So you see what we're dealing with. When humanity begins to awaken, they're going to realize. I talk to a lot of people when globally, when I travel and stuff. I found out a lot of people are awake. They understand what I'm saying. There is no judgment. They don't say, oh, this guy's crazy. But the things they say to me is basically in lines with what I'm thinking. It's not like they say something completely opposite, But anyhow, so I could see the spirits since I was young. I still do. But I don't, they have around. I see them around everywhere. Even grocery stores, see them. I don't really, I have no fear. When I was being attacked in Calgary, yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. I was being attacked in Calgary in my house. And the neighbors were in it. Everybody was attacking me, And even the neighbor coming knocking on my doors, telling me, like they would say something completely off Oh yeah, we're gonna call the police. And I thought to myself, we're gonna call the police. It's my house. I lived like a 3-bedroom house. It's detached. It's not a single family home. It's not attached to anything. So when I put my music on, how could you hear it from across the street if my windows are all closed? They don't hear. But they were tapping into my house. They were doing stuff intentionally, trying to bestow that fear. But when I didn't know what's going on, I was starting to be fearful. I was like, oh, maybe I should just turn the music down. Maybe this fear will go away. Maybe this was going on. And now I've reached a point that like I have no fear from no one. I begin to tap into their fears. You understand? When you understand they have fears, you understand you're all powerful. And what I'm trying to tell you, fear no one. God made you the warrior of light, made you the governor of the universe. So giving you more than you can thank him for. The creator. You just don't know because you don't know. They know who you are. The Bible says Satan knows who you are before you even knew yourself. What do you think that means? These people know who you are. Okay? I remember this movie, Denzel Washington, he was playing this detective. I can't remember the name of the movie. Where the spirits, bouncing from one person to another. It was just one spirit, it's like bouncing and stuff. And they were saying things back to him, what he was thinking. They were saying something to him and whatnot. And at one point he says he was trying to read a prayer or to bind the spirit. And this spirit spoke back to Denzel Washington and she says, "Who told you that, Azazel?" And he started laughing. Ha ha ha! Like he started laughing. Who told you that, Azazel? Azazel is a fallen angel, false god. You understand? So when you understand Azazel was an angel, but he's fallen. He's part of the 200 angels that been kicked out of heaven. Okay? And when you understand when people when they invoke Azazel to come into your aid, no. Azazel is a fallen angel. It's a false god. Okay? There's over 200. You don't have to remember by name, but when you do a prayer, you make it collective. I take power, dominion over all the fallen angels. You know what I'm saying? False God, false light. And that's how you take your divinity back. You know what I mean? When you can attack the false gods, fallen angels, and false lights, you can. Why you think they're attacking you? So, if you can dish it, you have to take it. Because you're going to be attacking me, I'm willing to attack you. And I do a great job. I know how to attack a demon. I know how to attack a witch, wizard, whatever they are. I know how to attack these, Yes. Sorry, I'm jumping from stories from to another. So when I was at that house, one time, because I thought it was it's going to be a weapon that's installed in my house, was attacking me. So I went and turned. It was in the evening, like 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. I went on to the breaker and I turned the light off because I was trying to stop this attack. I turned all the power from my house. So the attack still continued. So I realized that the neighbors were attacking me. And they could see you. They have night vision. They could see through walls. They have all these high-tech things that's been provided to them by the government. And then I started talking to people and started to figure out what's going on, whatever. And then when I found out over 1 million people were being experimented on illegally, because they can't go to the police. The police never come to me, because when they know what they're doing is illegal, they don't want the public to know. Social media and stuff, they always, turn off the light on these things that are happening. When the UN indeed their investigation was closed about cyber torture. Basically, you can torture somebody without touching them. And concluded, they said, yes, we, an agreement with these target individuals, what's happening to them is true. We urge all world governments to stop. Then what the U.S. did, the U.S. stopped funding the UN to pressure them. Do not go that route. Do not talk about this, or we're going to take the money from you. You understand? So kill this, And I feel like it's very calculated. The whole thing is very well thought after. But if you know your power, there are many minds working together to create this. But do you know one of us could outthink many minds? If you know that, then you know your true divinity, who you really are. Okay? The bloodline of the Nephilim. So we're hybrid, Our part of our creation is angelic. The part of human and angelic. We're like, and also demonic as well. But anyhow, we possess power and dominion over all things. These people, they're doing this big ritual with the red heifer in Israel. The red heifer is that, if you go on YouTube and you look it up, the red heifer is about they're trying to sacrifice our power, our divinity, our spirit, to bring this false god into to earth by taking something of God created. This false god didn't create us, but our divinity, our power, spirit can bring this false god into earth. So they have these red heifers sitting around for that day to do the ritual. And I'm just telling you, if you don't work on you to abolish these fears, to get rid of it, do not fear your enemy. Okay? Last night, I was attacked. I was attacked by... I've never seen this demon before. Because, as I said, I used to see him since I was young. This demon I've never seen before. I was like, what the hell is that? But I wasn't scared. I was like, oh, what is that? And I kept, we looking at each other. I was looking at this demon. There was a few of them in the room. They were there because we were invoked. They were invoked to come to my room to attack me. And I could see them, one in the side, like one on the side of the bed, one on the ceiling, one is coming this way. Honestly, I think, guys, things are shifting. Because I didn't even look at, but because my windows were closed and I have a curtain, so I couldn't see really through the. I could look through the curtain. It's black curtain or gray curtain. You can't see through it. I was looking through the curtain and I saw this demon in the air through the curtain. Could you see that? That was like amazing. I looked at this and I kept looking at this. But this demon has many eyes, and the eyes were shifting, like the mouth and was shifting. And it was hovering in air. And he came into the room, and before he did anything, I looked at him, but he was not just the only one. And I said to him, I'm going to hurt you, you know that, right? Honestly, that's my intention, to hurt him. I said, I'm going to hurt you. You understand? I'm going to hurt you, right? Because you come into my space, and now within my right to attack you. I didn't go to your house. You came to me. Okay? So, I looked at him, and I saw fear. He's like scared. Like he got scared. Like when I said to him, he understood what I was saying. He knew I was being dead on serious. If you don't get the hell out of my room, I'm gonna hurt you. He just bolted out of there. Could you believe that? So these demons they use have fear. Now they have fear of me. They're afraid of me. When I said that to him, all of them, they just started leaving. Like the army started leaving the room. They were shooting outside of the room. You understand? Out of the 144,000, one will be the general, the king of all kings. You understand? The ruler that is going to rule the earth, command the army. You understand? So I put a video yesterday, the day before, I can't remember. It's about Shambhala. It's like wiki information, whatnot. But anyhow, what Shambhala is, whatnot. And go read what it says. It says one leader is gonna rule the earth with iron fist. That been said somewhere else, but this is exactly what it is. So, do you want to be elected, or you want to be a loser, do nothing, telling me like, oh, I want to keep my mouth shut because I don't want to get attacked. You are being attacked now, so you want to be somebody's bee, or you want to be in God's army. You understand? Take control over your fear and understand it's not real. Okay? And I'm going to give you advice. They use voice-to-call technology. In Iraq war, voice of God, they call it, when they beamed voices into the army of Saddam Hussein. They told him, I'm God, please put down your weapons. All the army surrender. They did this in Iraq war. This technology patent that actually exists, made by the U.S. government. But anyhow, that's what I don't want to talk about that, but I wanted to tell you, someone is going to show up and is going to say, I'm God. I am God, and I want you to give me your power, your divinity. Give it to me. What that person show up, because this is what they're going to do. That person is going to show up. That's not God. God didn't give you the gift to take it away. What is that? Regifting? No, he doesn't do that. This is the tactical. To take away, because you have to be willingly to give this gift back, to that God. To the God. Okay? If that person show up, you attack that motherfucker. Excuse my French. That's not God. Okay? If you show up, you beliterate this God. That's not really God. Okay? That's all I want to say. Sorry guys about the foul language, but you get used to me. I'm always swearing. But it's not towards you. Anyhow, just to kind of get my point across. Okay? Have no fear. All of these people, they're going to answer to us. Everybody who works for the establishment, neighbors, Secret Service, world governments, they're all going to answer to us. Okay? I will show you how to clip your wings. I'm going to show you how to clip these guys' wings. Do not be afraid of them. We're going to annihilate them. Fear doesn't play here. Okay? Get rid of it. Be outspoken. Be who you are. Come into this vessel that God made you. Come into your divinity, your power, your will, and your might. Understand God is with you. Okay? We are the children of Abraham, and all the prophets are a bloodline. We are the true divinity. Okay? And if you look at the explanation of the 144,000, they say these are semi-gods. Basically, they will fall under God immediately. Not the false gods. There's God and us. You understand? So, why would you play all these fears, saying you don't want to say anything because you're afraid? I'm going to keep my mouth shut, and I'm not going to go against the grain. Okay, do nothing. You're not going to be elected. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm not saying it's up to me to elect you. God, pick the strongest. Many are called, only a few are chosen. You're not going to be chosen being a coward, literally. So, anyhow, sorry, tough love, but I don't mean being a coward. I'm just saying, just don't be afraid to speak, to be who you are. Okay? All right. Sorry about the rant, but it's coming from the heart, and something, need to be spoken about. So, all right. I hope this helps.